Oh boy, so you know all the portable tire inflators I've tested on the channel so far have been kind of like yay big. Well, this one's a big girl. It's the ETENWOLF Vortex S6. Tough tools redefined. What's in the box? It's got the air compressor, got an air chuck, high pressure hose, high volume hose, user manual, 45-watt charger, that's nice, and a USB-C to C cable. It's got the high pressure pump, the high volume pump, the deflator, auto stop, power bank, quick charge technology, 7 reset modes, and a 1000 lumen LED light. All right, well, let's get this thing open and check all that stuff out. It's got like a little zipper top on the top of the box here. Comes in a nice little case, I see. Got their Tough Tools tagline there on the front. Oh, and it says ETENWOLF in nice silvery letters. That's kind of cool. Zipper top open here. Okay, we got some foam padding holding everything together. Here's the wall wart, 45-watt charger. That's kind of nice. Power cable, little air chuck thingy. Oh, and it looks like it has a little bleed off valve too. That's nice and handy. Yeah, this thing feels pretty heavy duty actually. A lot of the quick disconnect chucks I've seen are real plasticky, but this one's heavy duty. Neat. Got a little quick user's guide here. Y'all can pause and look at that if you want to, but I'm not going to at the moment. All right, let's go ahead and get her out of the package here. Oh, and in the case, we have a more detailed user's manual too. This thing's pretty thick. Take a look at the unit here. It's got a nice little silvery finish on it, but yeah, this thing is definitely plastic. Looks like a brushed aluminum piece or something like that. But oh, and on the back side, you have like your needles and a little adapter and your little soft nozzle. Looks like back here is you have your charging ports. The USB-A is out only, but the USB-C is out and in. We'll test out and see if it does fast charging here in a minute. On this side over here, it's where you hook up your hose for your fast deflate and inflate. And you know, this is gonna be for like airing up air mattresses and stuff like that. You know, it's got like the nozzle for that already connected to it, and also has just like that standard hose. But yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty self-explanatory. Have the inflate, it's got these little tabs in there. You just hook it in and twist it, locks it in place. See how we turn this thing on? Just hit one of the buttons. Oh, it's got a cool little swirly thing powering it up. Let me get the little screen protector off here. Whoa, as soon as it comes on, it's set to 160 PSI. I wonder how we can change that. You hit the mode button. It looks like you can cycle through different things. It's got car, truck, motorhome, balls, wind, I guess that's for this thing. And then bicycle. And then I guess the little gear up here is kind of a user-defined thing. You can switch between bar, PSI, KPA. We'll leave it on PSI for right now. Like, how the heck do you change your PSIs though? Oh, this is cool. This is actually a rotating dial. I didn't even notice that right away. Yeah, well, let's turn this down, you know, to 99 PSI, let's just say. And I want to go ahead and turn this thing off. So I think I just hold down maybe the start button. Yeah, it turns it off. I want to see if this thing has memory. So I'll turn it back on. Ah, no, it doesn't have memory. It went right back to 160, so, I wonder if I switch to car, if I turn that down to 30 PSI. Okay, she's on 30 PSI. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off and turn it back on. And no, it didn't even remember what mode we left it off on. So, it'd be nice if it had like some memory of like what mode you left it on last, and also what pressures you had the different modes set to. But, you know, there it is. And what's funny is like the car and truck have the same pressure. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn that down. Hose for the tire inflator is like in this little crevice right here. You lift it up and it's already connected. Whoa, it's got a nice long hose to it. Holy cow, look at that. Let's get the tape measure out and see how long that actually is. That's like 30 inches. That's crazy. That's great because a lot of portable tire inflators only have like a 14, 16 inch hose. Some maybe even shorter than that, which the shorter ones are pretty much unusable. But yeah, and this is awesome. And of course your little chuck, quick disconnect chuck, just screws into here. Oops, I accidentally turned the light on. Speaking of the light, we can take a look at that real quick. I think that's like on its lowest setting. We'll hit it again. Yeah, it brightens up. That is actually really bright. Because, you know, I got my overhead lights on going and everything. And yeah, that's really shining bright. It's got like a strobe, and then looks like an SOS, and then back to off. So yeah, that's cool. Low, high, strobe, SOS, and then off. Yeah, that's a pretty functional light. That's pretty impressive. But anyway, I guess once you have it set up, however you want it set up, you hit it, and yeah, it starts going. And we'll try that out here in just a minute. But I also want to check out the fast inflator. You know, there's no like settings, pressure settings for it. It just, you know, inflates whatever. Get that hose hooked back up here. Hit start on it. You know, I don't really have any way to quantify that, but that's feels pretty strong. You can see it blowing the napkin here. I suppose you could do some light dusting with it or something. It does feel like there's some air coming out of the hose though, the back of the hose on this connector. So I don't know, that's probably not good. Yeah, if I plug it up, it definitely leaks out back here. I don't know if they're all gonna be like that or if this is just a bad one. You know, I could probably get them to replace that, see what happens. But yeah, let me like switch the hose over to suck. And you know, if you have to deflate an inflatable couch or bed or whatever, put it on the suck side and hit it. I would say it blows a lot harder than it sucks. Although, you know, I'm sure it's like the same. I mean, why wouldn't it be, right? I don't know if you could use this for something else or not. Woo! Kind of got some loud squeaks to it. I don't know how loud that is, but it's pretty loud. I forgot I had this decibel meter on my phone here. Yeah, me talking, it's like 74, 60. So let me go ahead and hit this. It goes up to like 80, 82. Of course, that's probably like me yelling at it. So yeah, I'd probably say it's probably about the same noise level as someone talking loudly, but you know, talking isn't constant and this is like a constant noise. Kind of irritating, but you know, not gonna hurt your ears or nothing. I really like how your hoses just store on the device itself. They have like little grooves that they go in there, you know. Beep. Let me plug in the charging cable here. With USB-C plugged in there, I'll plug it into my phone, and there you go. It says turbo power connected, so it's definitely fast charging my phone. That's really good. And this charging cable is nice and long too. Let's get it plugged into its wall wart. I'll flip her around. Is there any indication that it's charging? Oh, there we go. I just didn't have it plugged in all the way. All right, well, I suppose I'm gonna let this thing charge up a little bit before I try it on a tire. Hopefully with it charging at 41 watts, it'll actually won't take that long. In fact, does it say anywhere on here the size of the battery it has? On the inside of the manual, there's a little calibration certificate. That's cool. Well, this is interesting. You know, we tested the memory earlier, but here it says that each time you adjust the pressure setting, the inflator will remember your new target pressure value. I mean, it didn't when we tried it a minute ago, but you know, I'll check that again. I wonder if you actually have to start it and let it run and then it'll remember it. We'll find out in a minute. On the USB out, it says this max output is 45 watts too, so that's pretty amazing. I guess there's probably some laptops that you can actually run off of that. Okay, here we go. The S6 has a battery capacity of 19,200 milliamp hours and the S6 Plus has 26,400 milliamp hour battery. That's a pretty good sized battery. While she's charging up, I'll give you some basic dimensions on this thing. Looks like it's about 10 inches tall, roughly 11.5 inches long, and you know, it's kind of like a trapezoidal shape, so trying to measure it exactly is difficult, but probably at its thickest, she's about 6 inches. See if we get a quick weight here too. All right, 6 pounds, 3 ounces. Definitely a lot heavier than other portable tire inflators, but you know, I'm expecting more too. All right, I've got the old Fiat tire here that I've been testing all the portable tire inflators on. And you know, this thing's kind of dry rotted and it's got some cracks in it and whatnot. It's a little bit of a torture test for these things. And I believe the Quirka was the fastest portable tire inflator I've used on this tire. I think its time was like 2.5 minutes. Let's see if the ETENWOLF S6 can beat it, huh? Go ahead and turn it on. Oh, I remember the mode. That's interesting. So let me switch it over to car. Oh, it did remember. It's on 30 PSI. And as you can see, we got it fully charged too. So, yeah, give it its best opportunity. And like I was saying earlier, I really like how long this hose is. But anyway, let's get this thing connected, clamped on there good. All right, well, let's hit it. And I'll have a timer running here so we can watch, see how it's going. Man, you can already see the tire moving. That's awesome. And you know, I think this thing is actually a little bit quieter than some of the other ones I've tested. It's only running around 80 decibels. That's actually pretty good. I swear some of these other ones have been a lot louder. I'm just gonna check and make sure there's no air leaks anywhere. That feels good. And you know, I think since this hose is so long, it's actually not heating up the end of it. On almost all the other tire inflators I've tested, the end of the hose gets like blazing hot. And I just noticed the little circular thing right here is like a percent meter. That's actually really cool. I like that feature. Huh, it's got like a little step down, I guess like whenever it gets close. Of course, stepping down like that is kind of making it take a little bit longer to finish its fill. Hey, there we go. Let's see what the time was. Well, I guess maybe that was around about 3 minutes. We'll actually have to look at the timer in post and see how it did, but you know, it seemed like it was pretty quick. A lot of the real tiny portable tire inflators, they actually take like I don't know, 5 minutes on this thing or something. So yeah, not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off again and then turn it back on. And yeah, there you go. It remembered that we were in car mode at 30 PSI. So yeah, good job, ETENWOLF. Oh, and take a look at the battery. It didn't move at all. It still has full bars from being fully charged. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I think this thing's pretty neat. There'll be a link for it down in the description below. Well, bye. Thanks for watching.